All right, let's dive into the AI showdown we've all been waiting for. I've spent, and I'm not kidding, over 20 hours putting ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude through an absolutely brutal head-to-head test. So what's the goal here? To figure out which single AI subscription is actually worth your money as we head into 2025.
Let me ask you this. Are you dealing with a little bit of subscription fatigue? Because if you're like most of us, you might be shelling out anywhere from $40 to $60 a month for a couple of these AI assistants, and that adds up, right? It's time to figure out which ones are actually worth keeping.
So that is the promise today. We're going to give you a really clear, data-driven answer based on 11 real-world tests. By the time we're done, you're going to know exactly which AI subscription you can confidently cancel and which one really deserves a spot in your toolkit. All right, let's get this showdown started.
Okay, first up, the creative clash. This round is all about the artistic side of AI. We're testing everything from writing marketing copy and blog posts to role-playing and, of course, generating images. Let's see who really shines.
And wow, right out of the gate, you can see there's a pretty big gap in quality. Sure, all three of them can write, but the results are just worlds apart. ChatGPT is solid, It produces professional text that doesn't scream, an AI wrote this. Gemini, on the other hand, a little stiff, kind of generic. But just look at Claude, taking the lead with a 9 out of 10.
This right here gets to the absolute heart of why Claude won this category. It's not just about putting sentences together. Claude's writing has this subtle quality, like it actually understands why a person would care. The output is crisp, the benefits are clear, the copy just feels genuinely crafted. It's pretty much publication ready with very little editing.
So, when you look at the whole creative round, a really clear pattern starts to emerge. Claude absolutely dominates in writing, role-playing, and matching a specific brand voice. It's a beast. But then we get to image generation, and the tables just completely turn. Gemini pulls off a huge win here, while Claude gets a 0, because it can't create images at all. A very interesting split to kick things off.
Now, let's shift gears and head into round 2, the analyst's arena. We're moving from creativity to raw intelligence. Here, we're testing how these AIs handle data analysis, research, fact-checking, and just pure logical reasoning. So the crucial difference here is how they interpret data. ChatGPT does a great job. It gives you clear, actionable analysis, but Claude is on another level. It doesn't just spit back numbers. It puts them into a business context and gives you actual strategic recommendations. It feels like you're working with someone who gets it. Gemini, unfortunately, just stays pretty surface level here.
But here is a big reality check. In one really critical area, they all stumbled. When it came to pure logical reasoning puzzles, every single one of them scored a 6 out of 10. They can show you their work, but their final conclusions, they often just don't hold up. This is a massive reminder that if you need something to be logically airtight, you've got to verify the output yourself.
So, wrapping up the analyst round, we've got a 3-way tie in fact-checking, which is great. They're all incredibly reliable there. Gemini gets a slight edge in research, probably thanks to that deep Google integration. But the big win, the standout performance, goes to Claude, which scored a perfect 10 in data analysis. That really pushed it forward.
And after 2 pretty intense rounds, look at this. We have a dead heat for first place. ChatGPT and Claude are tied neck and neck with 61 points each. Gemini is trailing a little bit, but hey, it's still anyone's game as we head into the final round. This brings us to the final round, the tiebreaker, the Power User Playground. Now, this isn't just about chatting. This is about the entire ecosystem. The special features, the customization options, all the stuff that defines your daily workflow and really makes these tools powerful.
Let's start with a really important one, custom assistance. And honestly, ChatGPT is the clear gold standard here. It has that mature, custom GPTs ecosystem. Gemini's gems are pretty powerful, especially with that tight integration into Google Workspace. But Claude's projects are more like dedicated workspaces. They're not really reusable, which puts it in third place for this feature.
Looking at the final round scores, it's another tight race. Gemini's deep Google integration actually helps it win in special features. Claude takes the crown for live editing with its really excellent artifacts panel. But ChatGPT's robust ecosystem gives it the win in that all-important custom assistance category. And that just might be the tiebreaker we were looking for. So after 11 brutal rounds covering everything from creative writing all the way to complex data analysis, who is the overall winner? Let's take a look at that final scoreboard.
And there you have it. With a final score of 88 out of 110, ChatGPT pulls ahead to become the overall winner on points. Claude comes in a very, very close second at 84, with Gemini rounding out the group at 78.
But hold on, the numbers don't really tell the whole story. The real question is this: is the overall winner actually the right choice for your specific needs? And the answer? Well, it depends.
This final chart really breaks down the key takeaway. If you're a writer or a creative professional who needs that unmatched nuance and brand voice, choose Claude. It's a no-brainer. If you live and breathe inside Google Workspace, the choice is Gemini. That seamless integration is everything. And if you just need a powerful, balanced, all-around assistant for a mix of writing, research, and data, then yeah, you stick with the overall winner, ChatGPT. The whole goal here is to help you pick one, cancel the rest, and get back to doing great work.
So, I'll leave you with one final question to think about. Which AI is currently powering your work? And based on this breakdown, are you thinking about making a switch? Thanks for watching.